Samuel L. Jackson is widely recognized as one of the most iconic and respected actors in Hollywood. However, despite his incredible success, he remains a polarizing figure within the industry. Several factors contribute to this dynamic, including his outspoken personality, his willingness to address sensitive topics, and his refusal to conform to traditional Hollywood expectations. Jackson's forthright nature has been both celebrated and criticized. On one hand, he has been praised for openly addressing issues such as racism, inequality, and the need for greater diversity within the entertainment industry. His candid remarks have resonated with many who value transparency and progress. Jackson once noted that, when casting him, filmmakers must recognize they are hiring a black actor, and he has occasionally pointed out when dialogue written for his characters does not authentically reflect their background. While many admire his honesty, some industry professionals have found his straightforward approach challenging, particularly when it draws attention to long-standing systemic issues. In addition to his advocacy for diversity, Jackson has also expressed strong political opinions, often speaking passionately about societal matters. While his openness has earned him significant support, it has also attracted criticism from individuals who prefer a more neutral public image within the entertainment world. His willingness to speak his mind, regardless of potential repercussions, has contributed to both his loyal fan base and his occasional industry friction. Throughout his career, Jackson has encountered high-profile disagreements with other prominent figures. Reports from the set of Die Hard with a Vengeance suggested that tensions arose between Jackson and Bruce Willis due to creative differences, with Jackson confidently standing his ground. Similarly, while Jackson and Quentin Tarantino have collaborated on several acclaimed films, Jackson has voiced concerns over certain elements in Tarantino's scripts, particularly regarding sensitive language. These professional tensions highlight Jackson's commitment to his principles, even when working with influential colleagues. Additionally, Jackson has been associated with discussions around other public figures, such as Steve Harvey and Cat Williams. According to accounts, during the 2017 Def Comedy Jam reunion, a moment intended to honor Cat Williams reportedly became a point of tension. Observers noted that Steve Harvey appeared uncomfortable when attention shifted toward Williams, and efforts to redirect the focus did not go unnoticed by industry insiders. Cedric the Entertainer was also mentioned as appearing hesitant during the tribute. These moments, while subtle, were perceived by some within the industry as missed opportunities to celebrate a fellow comedian's contributions. Overall, Samuel L. Jackson's career illustrates the complexities of balancing success with authenticity. His dedication to speaking openly, advocating for underrepresented voices, and remaining true to himself has garnered both admiration and controversy. Despite occasional industry pushback, Jackson's influence and legacy in Hollywood remain undeniable. During a notable moment on Club Shay Shay, comedian Cat Williams addressed why he never pursued a traditional movie star career, stating simply that it was not his aspiration. This moment echoed sentiments Williams had previously expressed and also highlighted long-standing tensions with other comedians like Steve Harvey and Cedric the Entertainer. According to Samuel L. Jackson, the strained relationship between Cat Williams and these two industry figures stems from professional insecurity rather than personal animosity. Jackson suggested that Steve Harvey and Cedric the Entertainer were not fearful of Williams in a physical sense, but rather concerned that he might outshine them in the comedy world. This perceived rivalry became particularly evident during the 25th anniversary special of Def Comedy Jam. During the event, Steve Harvey made a lighthearted remark about feeling nervous, which some interpreted as an attempt to redirect attention away from Cat Williams, whose rising popularity was undeniable. Rumors circulated that Steve Harvey's discomfort around Cat Williams was more profound than he publicly let on. Samuel L. Jackson reportedly commented that both Harvey and Cedric the Entertainer were cautious of Cat's exceptional comedic talent. Williams himself, during his interview with Shannon Sharpe, revisited a notable incident from 2008 at the Championship of Comedy. Although not initially framed as a competitive event, Williams seized the opportunity to deliver a spirited and memorable performance that some perceived as directly challenging Harvey. One particularly impactful moment involved Williams joking about Harvey's hairstyle at a time when Harvey's signature high-top fade was considered iconic. Williams's jokes revealed that Harvey was reportedly using hair pieces, a revelation that struck a nerve both personally and professionally. After that event, Harvey transitioned to a clean-shaven look, a style that he continues to embrace today. Some commentators believe that Williams' comedic critique contributed to Harvey stepping away from stand-up comedy for a time. Williams also pointed out a broader issue in the entertainment industry, noting that the demand for diverse types of black characters was limited. This observation added another layer of context to the tensions between him and more established figures in comedy. Beyond his insights into comedy rivalries, Samuel L. Jackson himself has occasionally been perceived as having an intense, larger-than-life personality. His commanding presence and direct communication style have led some to describe him as overconfident. However, supporters argue that Jackson's work ethic and consistent presence across various genres and media demonstrate dedication rather than arrogance. His ability to move seamlessly between blockbuster franchises, indie projects, and commercial work is often viewed as a testament to his passion for storytelling rather than a mere pursuit of visibility. Jackson has openly acknowledged that he embraces opportunities and does not allow outside opinions to limit his ambitions. To many fans, this is part of what makes him so enduringly successful. Rather than seeking validation, Jackson appears committed to pursuing projects that excite him, whether that means leading a major Marvel film or making a brief cameo in a lesser-known production. His forthrightness extends behind the scenes as well. L. Jackson is known for holding directors and collaborators to high standards, which has occasionally led to tension. One example is his public critique of Quentin Tarantino's film Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Despite a long history of successful collaborations with Tarantino, Jackson openly expressed disappointment with the film's lack of diversity during an interview with Vulture. Jackson compared the viewing experience to his time in Goodfellas, pointing out the minimal presence of black actors in both films. When asked whether he discussed his concerns with Tarantino, Jackson shared that they had not spoken about it directly, only crossing paths briefly during an awards ceremony. This public critique fueled speculation about a potential cooling of their once-strong partnership. Adding to the complexity, Tarantino's own criticisms of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, claiming that modern movie stars are overshadowed by the characters they portray, further positioned him at odds with Jackson, who has played a significant role in the MCU as Nick Fury. Together, these narratives paint a picture of Samuel L. Jackson as a fiercely independent figure who values authenticity and excellence, even when it means challenging the status quo or risking professional relationships. Director Quentin Tarantino recently stirred conversation by suggesting that in modern superhero films, the characters themselves, not the actors, are the real stars. He specifically mentioned examples like Captain America and Thor, implying that actors such as Chris Evans and Chris Hemsworth owe their fame largely to the roles they portray rather than personal star power. Tarantino remarked that Marvel and DC films dominate the industry with little real competition, reinforcing his viewpoint. However, Samuel L. Jackson, who has portrayed Nick Fury in the Marvel Cinematic Universe for over a decade, strongly disagreed. Jackson countered Tarantino's claim by highlighting the late Chadwick Boseman, stating that Boseman's portrayal of Black Panther undeniably demonstrated true movie star quality. Jackson emphasized that bringing iconic characters to life requires immense skill, and to dismiss modern actors as less significant is, in his view, an inaccurate and unfair assessment. This disagreement is not the first time Jackson has publicly voiced differences with a major director. In an earlier interview with Vulture, Jackson discussed his past tensions with Spike Lee, particularly during the casting of Lee's celebrated film, Malcolm X. Jackson revealed that although he participated heavily in the audition process, reading lines with many actors, he ultimately turned down a role due to concerns about compensation. Jackson explained that he declined the offer because he did not agree with the scale plus 10 inches salary system, feeling it undervalued his contribution. Instead of joining Malcolm X, Jackson chose to star in the 1992 crime thriller, White Sands. This decision created a rift between him and Spike Lee, especially notable since they had previously collaborated on important films like Do the Right Thing, Jungle Fever, and School Days. Reflecting on that period, Jackson recalled a surprising and pivotal moment in his career. In 1991, after persistently checking in with his agent for opportunities, he was unexpectedly informed that he had won an award at the Cannes Film Festival for his role as Gator in Jungle Fever. This accolade, the first ever Best Supporting Performance award at Cannes, helped open doors for him in Hollywood. It led directly to his casting in White Sands as FBI Special Agent Greg Meeker, further cementing his growing reputation. Despite the fallout with Spike Lee at the time, Jackson has consistently acknowledged how crucial those early films were in launching his career. He credits Jungle Fever with significantly raising his profile in the industry. Fortunately, time helped heal old wounds. In 2013, Jackson and Lee reunited for the American remake of the South Korean film Old Boy. Their collaboration was smooth, with Jackson noting that it felt as if no time had passed between them. In an interview with Playboy magazine, Jackson praised Lee's efficiency and willingness to let him bring his own creative interpretations to the work, highlighting the mutual respect that ultimately endured between them. Beyond these professional disputes, Samuel L. Jackson's career has sometimes attracted controversy, particularly regarding his use of strong language in films. While many fans admire his bold and unapologetic style, others argue that his frequent use of colorful dialogue can overshadow his capacity for more nuanced performances. This debate has persisted, with opinions divided between those who see it as an authentic expression and those who view it as excessive. Another point of ongoing discussion is the type of roles Jackson has often been cast in. Throughout his career, he has portrayed characters fitting the angry black man stereotype, a pattern that has sparked conversations about Hollywood's representation of black men. While some believe Jackson's roles have helped break barriers and redefine strong on-screen presence, others worry about reinforcing outdated stereotypes. Even Spike Lee once referred to Jackson as a go-to actor for such roles, further highlighting the complexity of Jackson's impact. Jackson's participation in major franchises like Star Wars and the Marvel Cinematic Universe has also drawn mixed reactions. These blockbuster roles have helped make him one of the highest-grossing actors in Hollywood history, but some critics argue that his focus on large-scale projects has come at the expense of more artistic or independent films that could showcase a different side of his talent. Nonetheless, Jackson's signature bad boy image, marked by his fearless persona both on and off the screen, has contributed to his polarizing but iconic reputation. Some find his authenticity refreshing, while others find it intimidating. There has even been speculation that Hollywood's unease with Jackson stems from his refusal to conform to traditional expectations of how a public figure should behave. Despite controversies and debates, Samuel L. Jackson remains one of the most respected and influential actors of his generation. His exceptional talent, relentless work ethic, and ability to adapt to a variety of roles have made him a household name. With his unapologetic approach to both his career and his life, Jackson continues to leave an indelible mark on the entertainment industry.